created like a simple geometry in our drawing scene, what we can do is that we can start manipulating this object, and then by creating or adding a detail to different things. So for example, if I go and use this line tool again, you see that as I move my mouse around this, it just show like something like on the like a small note that whatever line I am drawing at this point, it's going to be on this surface. I can do it on this face, I can do it on this face. If I move or if I move my mouse over this edge, you see that kind of it's snapped to that specific edge. So it's basically giving this opportunity to me to start manipulating and editing this object. So for example, let's say for the sake of conversation, I want to add like a skylight to the middle of this. So I'm gonna draw one piece of line here. That line is nothing, just it's going to be my reference from one corner to another corner. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to go over from this side and start, like for example, let's say on this face, I'm going to draw one line 2 feet from this side, and then I'm going to draw a line another 2 feet from this, and then I'm going to add, like for example, 2 feet to this piece, and then it goes to this part and then close it down. So now what I want to happen is that you can see that I draw like some sort of a skylight on top of this roof here. What I can do is that I can either go up here and use the selection tool, or I can press space and that bring me to the selection tool here. So what I can do is that by clicking on each object here on the scene, I can basically select them. If I press or hold Control, I can select multiple of them. So I'm going to select these things, I'm going to delete them. If I click on this surface, you see that this surface kind of highlighted. That means that this surface is selected. I can either select on this surface or delete it, or I can keep it and later on basically change the material to whatever material I want. So I can do the same thing, and for example on this surface I can use the line tool. I'm going to go over here. First what I'm going to do is basically I start putting points on different reference point for myself. So I'm going to click on this one. I'm going to go, for example, 2 feet apart from that. Now I know that I have the 1 point here, 1 endpoint here at the 2 feet apart, and then start going all the way up. And as you can see, whenever I'm on this face, it says on the face, and also what I'm trying to do is that I'm going to making sure that I'm drawing the vertical line so the blue line is kind of highlighted. So I'm going to put 7 foot up here, and I'm going to go all the way to this side. I'm going to put 4 feet on this side, and then I'll go all the way down to this piece. Now I create some sort of a door, temporary door for my drawing. So as you can see, I can add more and more detail to this, like a simple surface, by using basically reference line and then deleting them, or just basically using the different corner or edges of this, like a basic drawing that I create. And whenever I am in the middle of the comments, in order to not going back here and then for example selecting the orbit tool or whatever, I just use the pressing the scroll bar and then navigating or scrolling up and down in order to zoom in or zoom out to my area that I want to looking at.